Though I am missing my tie, I knew that if we're going to talk about the Kingsman, one needs to dress like a Kingsman. So without further ado, let's talk about it. Kingsman: The Secret Service. So for those of you who have not seen Kingsman: The Secret Service, it's about this guy named Eggsy, played by Taron Egerton, who is a kind of a down on his luck sort of teenager, young adult, and kind of gets taken under the wing by Colin Firth and is introduced into this brand new spy world, and is kind of after this mogul played by Sam Jackson, who's kind of a megalomaniac and wants to basically start the world over by having everybody kill themselves, like through his SIM cards. Kingsman: The Secret Service was directed by Matthew Vaughn and stars Taron Egerton, Colin Firth, and Samuel L. Jackson, just to list a few, and kind of brought back to a new generation the spy genre. So yeah, you had stuff like The Bourne and 24, and most notably the James Bond series. But Kingsman is a really interesting movie because it really put a lot more energy, a lot more excitement, a lot more fun and humor back into the spy genre that wasn't really there from the get-go. Yeah, you had like Get Smart and Man from U.N.C.L.E., which had some humor in it, especially Get Smart, but the spy genre isn't really known for being humorous, and if it was, it wasn't necessarily intentional. It was more of like a so bad it's funny kind of thing. What Kingsman did was it really brought humor to it and really cranked up the notch even farther than 11, that it made this franchise something even bigger than what it set out to be, which was a love letter to the old school Bondish spy genre movies. The Kingsman franchise, I think, is honestly one of 20th Century Fox's last great original IPs or franchises that they helped create before getting bought by Disney. Taron Egerton does a phenomenal job in the movie as Eggsy, and I think if he was in anything else before this movie, this one really launched his career, as he would be in Eddie the Eagle, Sing, and, well, Elton John and Rocket Man. And he does a great job really driving this movie forward, both in heart and in humor, and within the action scenes, which we'll get into. But he's just a great find, and this movie would not be the same if it wasn't for him. Colin Firth, I will also say the same. I think what's really funny is it's kind of the Liam Neeson approach, which is you take an older actor who's known for more dramatic roles and stick him in an action franchise that you never would have thought. Colin Firth really pulls it off, and he has a class and elegance to this role that is really great, that kind of pairs up well with Taron Egerton's inexperience, and it plays a great sort of fatherly figure to Eggsy in the movie, and both of them are a great pair. Sam Jackson as the villain is really great and funny as well, as is his lisp that he adds to the character, which is great. And it's kind of funny how tongue-in-cheek and how meta the characters are in this movie, while also staying within the boundaries of the movie itself. Now, when talking about the Kingsman movies, we got to talk about the action, and the action is helmed well, very well, so much so that, honestly, I've loved Matthew Vaughn's direction and action, more specifically in the Kingsman movies. I know he did it in Kick-Ass, but the way that it flows and ebbs and zooms in and moves with the characters is so energetic and brings more of a punch to the action, that one of my, if not my favorite way to see action done. Also, the world of the Kingsman is so fascinating because, yeah, once again, it draws parallels to the James Bond universe, but also is its own thing and can kind of stand on its own, and is fascinating and interesting on its own, with the fact that it deals with each member being named after Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, which is really cool, and something they kind of do similarly in the sequel, which we'll get to in that review. And really, it's just a lived in a very fascinating and really awesome world to explore, The Kingsman. I don't know of very many things I would say that I have that kind of weaken the movie. I think towards the end, and I think some of the jokes are a little cheesy, but at the same time, I feel like that's the charm and humor and fun that this movie tends to have. And one might say that there might be a action scene or two that aren't so great either. It also has some great twists and turns, which I will not spoil. Please don't spoil in the comment section. But to me, there's not really anything I really have an issue with in this movie. This movie is perfectly paced. It's got great humor. It's got amazing action. The acting is top-notch with some top-notch actors in it, and is a franchise that honestly is my Bond in some ways, because I watched maybe one or two Bond movies growing up, but this one, I've been on board from the get-go. I've loved every installment. Yes, even Golden Circle and The Kingsman. I love all three of them, and I'm really looking forward to whenever the third movie in the Kingsman movie comes out, and which is another reason why I'm looking forward to Argyle coming out early next month. With that being said, guys, that's my review of Kingsman: The Secret Service. There's probably more I could probably dive into, but to not pad this out, this is kind of a simple, sweet review. I don't have a lot to really pull apart, except for the fact that this is a great movie. It's a fun movie, and it's just, if you have not seen it, do yourself a favor, go watch it. It is absolutely entertaining, and it's honestly one of my top 25, if not top 15 favorite movies of all time. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? Have you seen it? Have you not seen it? Let me know in the comments below. And want to see more content like it? Please make sure to like and subscribe. And also, if you have any recommendations or suggestions in the future, please put them in the comment section below. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch, Letterboxd, and Instagram. Please do so in the comments below. I'll have the links down there so you can follow, see what I post and what I go live on Twitch, and what all else I watch. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I appreciate you all as always, and I can't not wait to see you guys in the next video.